What's going on, guys? Jeff here. Welcome back to the channel and to another trophy list review. I'm finally better after having a cold for over a month. It feels great to be able to breathe again. It really does. Just remember, if you are enjoying the content, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Let's get on with today's video. Welcome back, everyone, and today we will be reviewing the list of Warden of Wisps. Straight into the stats with this one. So trophy level 365, 4,513 total trophies with 53 platinums, 310 gold trophies, 853 silver, and they have 3,297 bronze. The rest of the stats: 106 games played, completed 41 of those to 100%. That's giving Warden of Wisps a 74.36% completion. Unearned trophies probably a little on the higher side. I mean, I can't say much myself because mine's not too far away from this, but probably a little higher than we'd like to see at 1,453. But like always, we're going to have a look at these games. We're going to see, what's caused this, see if there's any tips, any advice we can give. 2.25 trophies per day, 1,016 views. Looking at the ranks then, 123,368th in the world and 33,140th hailing from the mighty US of A, which we absolutely love to see. So yeah, hopefully there's a bit more energy in my voice now. As I said in the intro, don't have a cold anymore. I'm actually back to having full of energy and it really feels good. I've probably felt worse, I would say, having a cold, but I don't think I've ever had it for quite as long. It was literally over a month, but honestly it feels so good just to be able to breathe and actually move around without being out of breath and all that good stuff. But yeah, it feels really good, and hopefully we can get back into doing these more regularly, because I keep saying it and I keep getting poorly. But I've got some great ideas as well. As I said right way back on the very first video, all of it's kind of been put on hold for a number of reasons. I'm probably going to look at doing a channel update very soon, just to discuss all those things kind of all in one rather than just adding them into each of the videos. But yeah, some really good ideas coming hopefully. And talking of that, I've mentioned the background a little bit. Finally got something. It took me ages to find what I was looking for, and then I went to IKEA for the first time in my life a couple of days ago, and it was crazy. I kind of had an idea what to expect, but I didn't think it would be the labyrinth that it was. And I found a kind of really cool box unit. It's like a 4x4 in size. I'm going to put all of my stuff in behind me, above it, around it. It's going to hopefully brighten things up a little bit, just make it look a little bit more geeky, bit more nerdy, that kind of thing. But yeah, we'll do some other stuff. But for now, I think it's a great little fit. It's meant to be getting delivered in a couple of days. Hopefully we have that up for either the next video, which might be another review, or potentially the monthly review, which I'm going to try and get out on the 1st this time, because the last two have been a little bit late due to other commitments. But yeah, without further ado, we'll kind of crack on with Warden of Wisps list. That would be hard to say if I did that quicker. Warden of Wisps list. Anyway, yeah, we'll move on with the games then. So Ark got the platinum, very nice. Completed a year 4 months, and looks like you've played it legit. Very good. Nice ultra rare. Astro's Playroom done. Nice to see you've done that. Of course, if you have a PS5, you've got to play it. As I keep saying, it's unbelievable. We need a bigger game for Astros, a 20-30 hour game of kind of that, but bigger. It'd be great, really would. So Back for Blood twice then. Interesting, because they, as we can see, for those of you familiar with the game and its difficulty, it is a 9 out of 10, coming in at around 100 hours. So yeah, that is very impressive. And to look at them, 1 trophy missing on both platforms. So I am certainly going to have a little look and see what that is. 1 trophy. So obviously it's DLC, isn't it? I don't know why I scrolled down with the cursor. I should have used the toolbar. Complete all Act 5 maps on No Hope difficulty. Interesting. I wonder what No Hope difficulty is like, because it is a game that potentially looking at with the squad. So you guys will have heard me mention, you know, doing Aliens Fireteam recently with, of course, Ray and MI8 player, my boy Mark, and we have potentially looked at Back 4 Blood as another option. Of course, we're going to need to draft in another player, fourth, you know, another competent player, hopefully. So yeah, I'm looking forward to giving this a try. Should be interesting, but very, very well done on getting the platinum twice, because that's pretty impressive. A couple of Telltale games with the Batman stuff, very nice. We've got some Borderlands games, so only Borderlands 2 done, but that is also to 100%. You haven't quite finished 3 or the pre-sequel. Bugsnax platinum, but the DLC not yet completed. And then we've got a bunch of Call of Duty games. So what have we got? Let's look at the platinums first. You've done the more recent Modern Warfare. No, we've had a recent release in Modern Warfare 2. I do love the COD games, but I'm not going to be in a rush to get it, I don't think. I've only recently played this one, to be fair. I tend to hold off on getting them straight away now. You've done the Modern Warfare 2 campaign remastered, which was the original, of course, and Modern Warfare remastered as well. So some of the others left. Vanguard left, Modern Warfare 3 left, Black Ops 3 left. So there's a few unearned trophies from these straight away, and of course Borderlands, which we passed, because we did say we'd look at what was causing these. Yeah, I mean, you clearly got skills. You've done Back 4 Blood, so there's no reason why you can't go in and do, I suppose, any game really, or most games. Conan Exile's done 5 hours 13 minutes, so we're probably looking at some admin commands used there. But you know, you do you, as I always say. Doesn't bother me in the slightest. Dark Souls 3, 38 of 43 trophies collected. You're 88% of the way through. That is a 7 out of 10, looking at 80 hours. Shall we have a little look and see what you're missing? Let's see, because we don't look at enough games. We don't go into them. Often these lists are crazy and a lot bigger, so it does take up a lot of time if we're going to go into them all. But yeah, we're going to have a quick look. So here we go. Acquire all pyromancies, acquire all miracles, acquire all rings, learn all gestures. So it is just, yeah, I mean, doesn't seem too difficult. I'm sure that's something that, you know, you will be able to kind of clear up, absolutely. Kind of coming back down then, so Dead by Daylight has been done on the PS4. But it does look like you're doing it on the PS5 as well. Fair play, fair play, and a bunch of trophies earned in the additional chapters as well. But yeah, a lot of these you can see straight away where these unearned trophies are coming from. But it is hard with like the sheer amount of DLC, and yeah, especially games like this where they just keep kind of adding to it. Dead Rising 2 done rather on the PS4. Look at that, I didn't realise it was 2.4%. Impressive. Love to see it. And it was played on the PS3, but that was in 2021, so I don't know if that is something you're going to be going back to. You've got Dead Rising 2 off the record on here twice as well. That's only partly played, but this is August 22 as well, so you may be, you know, chipping away at this. Yeah, very interesting. You've done Dead Space, very, very nice. Missed off Dead Space 2, which we know is a 9 out of 10, crazy difficult. But Dead Space 3 done, which is very impressive as well. Nice 4.19%, ultra rare there. Destiny unfinished, Detroit Become Human unfinished, Diablo 3 not done. You've done Donut County, Dynasty Warriors 6, Empires you've done. Very nice. A great list so far, Warden of Wisps. I'm liking it. I really, really am. Especially those 2 Back 4 Blood platinums. Crazy. So what else we got? Dynasty Warriors 7 not done. So a couple unfinished then with the Dynasty Warriors stuff. 7, Dynasty Warriors 8, and Dynasty. I'm struggling to say Dynasty now. I've said it too many times. Dynasty Warriors 9. There you go. Elden Ring done. Very nice in a week and 3 days as well. Impressive. Took me a lot longer than that. Not necessarily because it's crazy difficult. It wasn't too bad. Just time. Adult life getting in the way all the time. It sucks, honestly. The amount of times I just want to walk out of my job. I just want to play video games. That's all I want. You know, I don't ask for much in life. Just video games and food, and I'm happy. Fallout 4. only 47 of 85 trophies earned, 55% of the way through. And again, there's a lot of DLC there that'll be accounting for that percentage. You're probably not too far away from the platinum. Fallout Shelter done. You've got the platinum for Far Cry 5. There's just some DLC there as well. We've left Far Cry 6 and Far Cry New Dawn, which is a bit of a shame. A lot of these do have recent dates on, though, I'm noticing. So like Far Cry 6, 3rd of August, you last earned a trophy. Far Cry New Dawn, 18th of July. So yeah, they're not, October, for example, or September, but they're not too far away, which suggests to me you have gone back in, and hopefully, fingers crossed, you do have plans to go back in and finish these off, because they're all very doable games, and it will really, really bring down that unearned trophies, and in turn increasing your completion percentage as well, which would be fantastic to see. 50 words by Paugi, awesome. Not done Final Fantasy 14. Look at that. So there straight away is another good bunch of trophies, so that you can see straight away that why it's over 1400, because you've got games like this, and they do add up. So we've got Ghost of Tsushima Platinum, just a couple of DLC stuff. GTA 5 again, so this is another good example of the unearned trophies. You're missing 70 from the PS5 version. You're also missing 35 from the PS4 version. Again, there's dates on there from this year, so maybe you are, I don't know, mixing your games up and hopefully bringing them all up to one day. 100%, that would be very, very nice. Few Jack games. So what have we got? Jack and Daxter Precursor Legacy done on PS4, 16 hours 35 minutes. Nice. So you've attempted it on the Vita, but this one's going back a few years, so maybe you've left that one. And then there's the Precursor Legacy on PS3 as well, which you've done. Look at the difference there, though. A year, 4 months on the PS3, but 16 hours on the PS4. Awesome. Jack 2 done in an hour, so commands used. I've done it as well. What are you going to do about it? I couldn't get used to the game, so it had to be done. Nice to see these on here, actually. We don't often see the Jurassic World Evolution games on any lists that we've done so far. I haven't played the second one, but the first one I really, really enjoyed. I mean, I do love kind of world builders anyway, and I love Jurassic Park, so you put those two together, and I'm of course going to enjoy it regardless. But I do think it was a lot deeper than I expected it to be. I did think it was going to be very simplistic in terms of what you could do, but it was very, very deep, I must say. And for anyone looking for that type of game who hasn't played it, I think it is something that you should maybe have a look at, because it was fantastic in my opinion. Kena Bridge of Spirits, won't say too much about it, because I'm always rambling on about how amazing it is. It's great to see you've got the platinum. It would be interesting to know, I suppose, how you finished it, whether you've used an exploit or not, but either way, I absolutely love the game, so it's great to see it on your list there. Bunch of Lego games then. Someone finished, which is rare. Often we see the Lego games all done. So Lego Batman 2, Lego DC Supervillains, Harry Potter years 1 to 4 not done. Now you've done Jurassic World, nice, one of my favourites, probably my second favourite. Lego Marvel Superheroes, which is probably my favourite one. You haven't finished, which is a shame. You've done The Force Awakens. Yeah, so you could again go in and do these Lego games. They're very easy. Yes, a little bit of a time commitment. They are simple, but you often need 20-30 hours. Except their most recent Lego, which still gives me nightmares. That damn Skywalker saga, 120 hours. What was I even thinking? But yeah, don't play that one. Play all of them except that one. Blimey. Marvel's Avengers. You're missing a trophy. Missing a trophy, wow, okay, and this is from March 21. It's going to be the Hives, isn't it? I didn't want to click in because due to an issue with my computer, it is, and I know a lot of people have commented saying just open it up in a new tab, but the way I've got it in full screen so you can't see anything, I can't actually do it. So it's going to take us to the top when we go out, but I don't care at this point, I need to see it. Yeah, 50 Hives. I don't know if it's glitched for you or if maybe she just couldn't be bothered doing them because it was really, really repetitive. I didn't count mine, and yeah, but I'd probably guess I did maybe 80 to 100 before the trophy actually popped. It was very, very frustrating, I must say. And yeah, they weren't quick either. I mean, even the fastest hive that was there, I do believe it was like 20 minutes. So it's a long time, and just doing the same thing, you know, running down the same corridor into the same lift, you know, to fight the same enemies, ultimately to fight Taskmaster or Abomination at the end. It did get very, very frustrating, I must say. So it is a shame that you've not been able to box that off. But you've done Guardians of the Galaxy, which I thought was excellent, a really, really good soundtrack. And you've also done the Telltale game as well. Got the Platinum for Marvel Spider-Man, we're just missing the DLC, which also gives me nightmares. I still hear Screwball's voice going off in my head. She's so annoying, man. Am I right? So annoying. Midnight Deluxe done, Minecraft done, just some DLC missing. Nice to see you've got Mortal Kombat 11 on there. Looks like you've then also been doing it on the PS5, but we're missing a couple of trophies. That's from July, so hopefully you can get that finished. You have played Mortal Kombat 10, Mortal Kombat X, but this again is June 21, so maybe you've left that. My Name is Mo done twice. Let's see number 2 and 3 on there, Warden of Wisps. You need that trilogy, man. Need that trilogy. Neverwinter, not done, but what's this? What have we got? 3 unobtainables. Again, you might have them already, so you may still be able to get it. Maybe you don't have the unobtainables at this point, and that might be why you've stopped playing. Give up on No Man's Sky, which I do have on sort of a... I mean, don't get me wrong, I've got hundreds of games unplayed, but it's kind of a part of a smaller shortlist for upcoming games that I'm going to go to. I do have a lot going on at the moment in terms of what I need to finish, and then we've of course got God of War just around the corner, so I need to be careful of starting anything else because I'm struggling to play what's on my console at the moment. I mean, I've got Mafia, Demon's Souls, Super Meat Boy, Tony Hawk's. I'm chipping away at FIFA 23. We've still got a trophy to do on Alien Isolation with the boys, the DLC for Cuphead. I keep getting a little bit out of control, you know. I keep, you know, saying I'm going to finish everything off. Oh, Art of Rally, I am playing that. I need to finish that so I can play Hot Wheels. And obviously do Hot Wheels before Need for Speed eventually comes, because I do like to always have a car game on the go. But yeah, I keep saying I'm going to finish these things, and then I get kind of teased with something else and end up putting that in. So yeah, No Man's Sky is going to have to wait, but I am looking forward to playing it. It looks like my kind of thing. I love space and just exploring, and yeah, it looks fun. It looks super fun. So Outriders, you have the Platinum twice for, but we can see a cheeky auto pop on the PS5, a little 38 seconds, you dirty dog you. Ratchet and Clank done, and also Rift Apart. Love to see it. Red Dead Redemption 2 unfortunately is sitting at 24 of 52 trophies. Yeah, I'm in quite a similar position. It is actually one of my favourite games. It's in my top 10. But it's the time commitment and the fact I'm struggling for time at the moment. I'm kind of leaning towards other games, but I'd like to think I can maybe get it done eventually. Rocket League not done, which is surprising. I'd like to think most people who have played this, you tend to see that they've platinumed it, if not pretty much got the 100%. So I think you should. I mean, it does say the 9th of October, so maybe it is something that you are looking at. Hopefully we can see that finished off soon enough. And then what have we got here? A couple of easy ones. Sakura Succubus, if I've said that right. Sakura Succubus. Look at those rarities, 96.98 and 98.2 respectively. That's right up my alley, that. Well, not anymore. I haven't played one since August of 13th. I know I've said the date a few times, but for those of you who haven't heard, put a stop to these easy games. So yeah, we're over 2 months now without playing one, which I actually feel quite good, you know. I promise I'm not like getting withdrawals or anything just yet. Not just yet. Senran Kagura Estival Versus. I have no idea what that is, but you haven't done it. Sid Meier's Civilization, not done. Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. Love that name every time I see it. Not done. Spyro the Dragon you've not finished. Okay, so that was back in January 2020. Very easy to do as well, maybe 6 hours, something like that, not long at all. Yeah, you could definitely go back in and also play the other two in the trilogy as well, because they're very, very good games. Star Wars Battlefront 2 you've done, which is an ultra rare, brilliant. And then we've got another easy with Super Destronaut DX. And then my favourite Telltale game, Tales from the Borderlands, which was absolutely excellent. Some more unfinished stuff, Tales of Arise, which is a shame, it's a great game. The Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim, not done, but you have got the platinum for it on the PS4 in 2 weeks, 4 days as well. Wow, that's very, very impressive. To kind of, I know it says 125 hours, but it could be longer, could be shorter, but to kind of put that into a 2 week period is good going when you potentially have played other stuff and had other commitments. So very, very well done. The Quarry, only part way through, not done. You've done the Sims 4, you've done the Walking Dead Telltale game, very nice, and you also have the platinum for Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, which I haven't played. I'm still well behind on the Borderlands stuff, so I'll kind of catch up eventually. And some of my favourite games ever that you, again, haven't finished, which is a real shame, Warden of Wisps. Maybe you weren't that fussed and you've just gone through and done the stories on them, maybe with the intention of going back eventually, I'm not too sure, but they're all eerily similar. Look, 1, 2 and 3, 27, 31, 32 trophies, the percentages are not far off, so maybe you've just played the story and done similar actions as you've gone through. But yeah, highly recommend you go back in, and of course play number 4, play Lost Legacy. They're unbelievable games. Definitely get these. I mean, if there was a list I had to put together for you of games to go back into, this has to be up there. Until Dawn done, very, very nice. Warframe, 85 of 91 trophies, and yeah, nearly got the 100% there. But look at that one there. What's the difference? So the PS4 one's got 7 less trophies. Okay, I'll maybe have a little look into that in my own time. But you got the 100% for it anyway, which is awesome. World of Tanks, 42 of 66 trophies. We do know it's a 0.68%. Not so much the difficulty. Yes, it is a 6 out of 10, but if we turn our eyes to the recommended time taken, you're looking at 500 hours, which is just absolute madness. We don't see too many games kind of as high as this. So yeah, pretty crazy. And then finishing off today's list, we've got a little stack of Zoroptian Invasion, which is a nice little easy game. I've done that one myself, and as you can see from the time, around 40 minutes is what you're looking at to complete it, basically. So yeah, not too long. So we'll bring ourselves back up. We'll have a little look at the usual stuff. I'll bring it up a little bit so you can see the cabinet. So what have we got then? What am I missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's only 8. So I mean, my guy's clearly got pro because he's got more than 3 trophies in the cabinet, but only displaying 8 instead of the 10 that you are allowed. And there's definitely platinums I've seen in there that are worthy of a place. Maybe you could tell me why you've only put 8 in. I don't know. Who knows? But some good ones in there. Look, really, really good ones in there. I think looking at the entire list, we've got to probably look at maybe Back 4 Blood being the most impressive, especially the fact that you've done it twice as well, which is insane. You obviously love the game, really do, and maybe you want to be our 4th player and help me, Ray and Mark, kick some zombie butt. Why not? Let's have a look at these rarest trophies. So it's from Warframe. Yeah, I expected that. So we'll bring it down. We'll have a look at these milestones. So what have we got? First trophy 5 years ago. So the profile's not too old, so you've done pretty well with it. I would say. I just think there's a bit of cleanup to be done, which we can maybe have a little look at. So what have we got? Fallout 4. What was the first platinum? First platinum was Skyrim. What a game to get for your first platinum. What a choice. I mean, I don't know if it was intended. I say choice. Maybe it's just how it happened. The game you had at the time. Let's have a look what else we got. Dead by Daylight was the 20th. Very, very nice. bringing it up to the 50th, which was Far Cry 5. 4,500 trophy was Back 4 Blood. Your latest platinum Back 4 Blood as well, which is awesome. 82 ultra rares, which is pretty good, pretty solid number, I would say. Should we have a look at some stats? Be a little bit nosy again. 43.98%. Does the boss approve? Does Excellence approve of this percentage? Maybe you could comment and we can be told. Sunday most popular, 849 trophies, and between 3 and 4 p.m. 388 trophies. Very, very interesting. And what I'm going to have a little look at doing is, just because there is a big number of unearned trophies, and it's not the video isn't as long as some of them are going to be, so we can maybe have a bit more time for this. But we're going to jump into the advisor. It's something I haven't done for a little while, mainly because a lot of the profiles we've done of late, they're close to 100%, so it's not really worth looking at. But when something's as high as this, and quite often some people will ask me the question, how do you manage your backlog? What game should I choose? What should I be playing? And they're kind of a little overwhelmed by the number of unfinished games they've got, and they just can't quite pick something out. Now, what I tend to do, and I'll show it by DLC in case that Warden of Wisps has access to all of these, and you can do a similar thing. So if we do show DLC, what this is effectively doing now is it's putting all 1,453 trophies in order, basically from most common, going down all the way to what would be page 30, where we'd start to see the rarest ones. And what I did is, if I couldn't quite decide on what game to do, now don't get me wrong, it doesn't always work like this, because as we know from percentages, they're not always kind of clear in the sense of, look at Elden Ring, for example. Look at the rarity of their trophies. That doesn't speak volumes to how difficult something is. So it doesn't always work, but quite often you can look at this and think, okay, I can see, I forget the name of it now, I can't really tell it from the image, but we'll use the quarry, for example, because I know that's the quarry. So you can see the quarry's got a couple of trophies on there. They're looking quite easy to achieve at 66.94%. So I might think, okay, my next game, I'm going to make it the quarry, and kind of remove all of the unearned quarry trophies. There's one there, and then kind of pick the next game. I might pick Tales of Arise, for example. And also you can set yourself little targets. So you could maybe say by the end of the year, let's say, you want to bring your most common trophy available to achieve to maybe 50%, and you could just set yourself little goals that way. I might have just been talking rubbish for a little bit, but you kind of get the point. If you are struggling of what to choose, what to play, the advisor, it can be your best friend. You can see if you're trying to bring the unearned down, what are the easiest ones to get next, and kind of build it up that way. But yeah, it's just a little tip. You don't have to follow it, but it has worked for a few people that I've spoke to, and it's something that, as I say, I tend to have a look at myself. But yeah, it's been a great little list, looking at Warden of Wisps list. Trying to get that mouthful out again, little tongue twister. But yeah, it's been very, very good. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Hopefully I brought a little bit more excitement this time, because I have been dead for a month, and the quality of the last couple have probably not been to the standard that I would have liked. And hopefully I can start, because I'm starting to get there with the apartment and my job and everything else, hopefully I can start to bring in some of these new ideas as well that I've got, because they should have been in place now. They've just been put on the back burner. But no, it's been a great video, great list. I say it's been a great video, big head me. Hopefully it's been a great video, is what I meant to say. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed it. I will leave links in the description as usual to the PSN profiles link for Warden of Wisps. I'm really struggling to say that. And my own, as well as links to my social media. And also, if you've enjoyed the video, please drop it a like, leave me a cheeky little comment, and subscribe if you haven't. It really helps me out a lot. Whatever you're doing, look after yourself, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.